You are now listening to Soul Power to the People podcast with Tess Fregera. It's a podcast designed to bring awareness on intended or unintended crimes against humanity, how we can rise above it, claim our divine inheritance, and return the soul power to the people.
Secondly, we accept that we have the power. Now, let me tell you something. This is going to blow your mind, unless you already know about it. This is a man by the name of Martin Ruth. That's backwards, isn't it? You can't see that. I'll have to read it. It says Project Heaven on Earth. How about that? Project Heaven on Earth. Martin Ruth, R-U-T-T-E. And this is a book worth having, or although you can go to the website projectheavenonearth.com. And I want to tell you a story about that. This is a man who has figured out, he says, ask 3 questions. First of all, well, it's not 3 questions, but here it is. Think of a time, this is about power, your power. Think of a time when you felt like you were on heaven on earth. Like, what was that? You were on a vacation, somebody loved you, you had a new baby, you were looking into the baby's eyes, it was a sunset, it was heaven on earth. Get to that point. And then the question is, let me see what that question is. What would it take to make that happen all the time? What would that be like if that was all the time, if that was a reality? See, in other words, see it as a reality. That's where I'm going with this. See it as a reality that's possible now. So you see that, like, if that could be everything all the time, and then you take a magic wand and you flash the magic wand, and there it is. You have that power. So you create that reality, okay? You flash that magic wand and you're in that state of consciousness. You can put yourself in that state of consciousness anytime. But here's the practical thing, and this is what you're going to love. This is a project. So what thing, just think yourself, what is it that you're most passionate about that you think is really wrong with the world? And he was doing an online seminar. Yeah, you're laughing, Tess. I got that. You picked one of several, right?
The way anyway, I say that is, what are you willing to go to jail for? This is it right here. Please go on.
So anyway, pick one, and then so you pick one that really hurts your heart, that tears you apart. And he was in an online seminar, and this was, people talking like we are, but there were hundreds of people. And one of the ladies piped up and she said, "Oh, I'm so angry about this, dangers and the harm that's being done to women, sexual exploitation and the children. It's just, oh, I'm just so angry." She went on and on and on and on about that, sexual exploitation, okay? And he said, "Well, what are you going to do about it?" And she said, "Well, what can I do about it?" Well, he said, you could make a donation to a group that's helping with that, either 5,000, or she says, "Well, what good would that do? I don't have much money." He's, "Well, you could make $5,000 or a penny." She says, "What good would a penny do?" And then somebody else on the call piped up and said, "A penny? Why, a penny could be really important. What if you asked everyone in your county to give a penny every day for that particular purpose?" She said, "Oh my gosh." So she ended up making this huge project that went on for several years. She put mason jars at the counters of the different, places in town and had the little sign, "A penny a day." And that meant everybody was going to focus their attention every day, just a penny's worth, but every day, put a penny for that cause. Well, eventually she built up $2,500, and then there was a program that came up from the federal government about something to help in that regard, and they applied for a grant, and they got $300,000, and so they were able to do a lot with that. But the point is, this book is amazing because he's got, even his website, go there, you can find hundreds and hundreds of people throughout the world have done this. They've taken one small thing that they could do. Like one person said, "Well, I could make muffins and I could, put them out, blah, blah, blah. One small thing. And here's the key. This is why it works. You might say, well, what does that do? Here's how it works. It's your outflow. We have to understand the mechanism of who we are and the universe. If we don't understand the game, the rules, we can't play. So the rules are, you got all this divine love coming in, all this fear coming at you. If you let the divine love out in forms of creativity and your imagination, imagining heaven on earth, imagining and then doing something and getting people involved, that's an outflow that's going to clear you. And guess what? All of us know about some spiritual leader. It might be Jesus, it might be Buddha, it might be the living master, it might be anybody. But these spiritual leaders have this huge, my arms aren't big enough, but they have an aura, a light that goes out through the entire universes, right? Look how many of us follow these different leaders. Why? Because they're filled with the God light. They are the God light. Well, guess what? So are we. Jesus even said that. I was raised in the Catholic Church, and he said, greater than what I do, you will do. Are you kidding me? What the heck does that mean? Greater what? Yeah. Does anybody ever think about that? Really? Yeah. I try to follow Jesus as much as I can because he said the truth. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the light. But guess what? He was speaking from the Christ consciousness, not him as a man. Him as a man was a man. Just like you and I are females, we're humans. So when we step into the Christ consciousness, we are the way, the truth, and the life. Now, I understand that that's heresy to some people, but I'm telling you, that's my reality. I've proven it to myself, and I know that it's true. You can't accept somebody else's truth. You must find your own truth. So I'm just putting it out there, but I swear to you, go here, projectheavenonearth.com. You are just going to love this. It will give you, and you're